So before us at the moment is the proposal whether or not to purchase the property known as Forbes Hill Development. The next slide, please, shows you the location of the site. If you're not familiar with it, it's as you enter town coming in from Westwood or the Islington section of Westwood on Route 1A or Upland Road. It's the front area that's all today grassed or treed like a nice dense woods. So the basic purpose of the purchase is clearly and simply stated to prevent a 260-unit apartment complex, to preserve 26-acre tract of land in a town that is land-strapped, to use the site. The site has been on our town's open space and recreation plan since 2010, and this is the last chance to possibly acquire that property. So what's the immediate plan if we purchase it? Well, we'll gain control of the land before we lose that opportunity. We'll set up a task force to study the various possible town uses, hold public input sessions, and develop a long-term plan for the use of that property. And we'll also consider other uses for the site or parts of the site that may address other town goals. We did, as Mr. Slater said, ask for an extension. The property owner is just unable to honor that request. They have their own business concerns that they need to move forward if the town isn't interested at this time. They have lost a lot of time with 2-year safe harbor and a year or so going through the rest of the permitting process and so forth, and they're just unwilling or unable to extend the time frame for the community at this time. Thank you, Mr. Moderator.
Ernie Pachakowski, District 9. Just a couple of things here. It's not really 27 acres. They're asking for $13 million for 18 acres. Just a couple of things that Mr. Lynch had brought up. If the project goes ahead as permitted, we're going to get 9 acres to the town out of that 27. So we're going to get 9 anyway. So we're going to get 9 acres open space. So we're really looking at a $13 million tag for the remaining 18 acres. I love open space. The cost, the upkeep of the mansion at $200 grand a year, as Mr. Ferris pointed out and Mr. Donnelly pointed out, I mean, we're looking every year to struggle to a budget. And to take a budget hit on this, you're looking at $800,000 debt service. If we did an override, with debt exclusion, that would be another override. We've got the high school, we've got the DPW. As much as I love the open space, the school committee, I read in the paper and watched, on TV where they're putting in this year, they're getting into the pipeline to the school building assistance program, possibly a middle school. There's been a lot of talk of that the recommendation is for us to build a new middle school, which I think is a little bit more important. So as much as I love that open space and all that, I think that the budget hit on this, and when we come back in May, and we tell the general government and the school department, try to cut $400,000 out of your budgets, is going to be tough, and I don't think we could get an override on this. So it hurts me to say it, but at this point, I can't support this. Thank you.
And I just wanted to ask you, do you want to take back your town? Do you want to govern yourselves? Do you want to be in charge of the use of the land that we can own? We have given that privilege up over the years by selling off many, many pieces of land. And I want to take that privilege back. I want it to be our decision. Can we create and be creative and think outside the box to manage our finances? We can do that. We've done it in the past.
This is a 2/3 vote required because it involves an interest in real estate as well as borrowing. So I'm going to ask Mr. Pachakowski and Mr. Riley if they would handle the count, please. All right, let's have those voting in favor of the motion in this section to my right, your left, please rise. On a counted vote of 99 in favor, 47 opposed, the matter has carried on it satisfies the requirement of two-thirds vote. That is carried.